Everyone wants blessings, right? I mean, we wish them to each other all the time, especially, New Year's, birthdays.
Definitely. We strive for them. We want them for the people we care about.
But what is that word blessing? What does it really mean? Is it just like good luck? Or maybe is there something deeper? Something our sources today suggest is, foundational.
That's the core question we're diving into.
Yeah, today we're embarking on quite a fascinating deep dive. We've got this incredible mix of sources, ancient scripture, a really profound sermon, and even insights from a renowned psychologist. And our mission, basically, is to explore this concept that our sources point to as maybe the ultimate blessing. And that concept is freedom.
Freedom.
You want to unpack what it truly is, its incredible value, and maybe grapple with some of its surprising challenges, too.
Exactly. And to set the stage for this, our main text today is largely drawn from a sermon called Proclaim Freedom, a New Year's Sermon. And that sermon itself is deeply rooted in the wisdom you find in the book of Leviticus. So we're going to try and connect these, historical practices with some sharp psychological insights.
And see what it means for you listening right now.
That's the goal.
Okay, so to really get at this idea of freedom and how it links to blessing, let's start with a story. It's from the Talmud about the creation of humanity itself. It's quite beautiful, actually.
Oh, I like this one.
So imagine God, just before creating humans, consulting with three key angels: justice, truth, and mercy.
Right.
And each one gives their advice. First up is justice, with a pretty stark warning. No, don't create man. They'll just trample justice underfoot.
A strong objection. History might back that up sometimes.
Right. Then comes truth, just as firm. Absolutely not. They'll distort truth, mock truth. Don't do it. So, valid points from both. A bit bleak.
Yeah, not a great forecast.
But then mercy steps forward. A different plea entirely. You must create them, mercy says. Yes, they'll walk dark paths, struggle in the world, but they are the only ones who will show mercy. They'll live mercifully. You must create man.
Such a powerful counter-argument.
And God accepts mercy's counsel, creates humanity, and gives us this foundational command. Live mercifully, act mercifully toward each other.
And what's really fascinating is how that idea, mercy, ties directly into the heart of our discussion today, the Jubilee year.
Ah, okay. So this isn't just an abstract idea.
Not at all. Its biblical roots are right there in Leviticus chapter 25, verses 8 through 12. It says basically, count 7 Sabbath years, that's 49 years.
Okay.
Then it says, have the trumpet sounded everywhere. On the Day of Atonement, sound the trumpet throughout your land.
The trumpet.
Yes, and this 50th year, after the 49, it was consecrated with this huge command, proclaim liberty throughout the land to all its inhabitants. It was the Jews.
Liberty.
Exactly, a time when everyone would return to their family property, their own clan. Imagine it a whole year where you couldn't sow or reap normally. You just ate what the fields produced naturally.
Oh, total reset.
Total reset. And the Hebrew word for that special trumpet, the ram's horn they used, it was yovel, blown only in this 50th year. That's where you get the word jubilee.
Ah, okay. Yovel, jubilee. Makes sense.
Yeah, and the whole point, connecting back, was that the jubilee was meant as this year of just tremendous grace, great good news, symbolizing God's compassion, God's blessing.
It sounds like an incredible act of grace, a societal reset, like you said. And that idea, reset, liberty, it brings us right back to that question. What's a true blessing? When we wish someone many blessings, what are we really talking about? Is it just, money or health? It can feel a bit vague.
It can.
But our sources seem to highlight that maybe the deepest blessing is hinted at in those powerful declarations, like Patrick Henry's, give me liberty or give me death.
That really frames it, doesn't it?
Yeah, like freedom is life. Without it, life's not worth living.
And that leads us right to the sermon's core argument.
Yeah.
The greatest blessing really is freedom. And this is where it gets really interesting, freedom isn't just one simple thing. Our sources point out there are actually two distinct kinds. First, there's what we might call political freedom, or negative freedom.
Negative freedom.
Meaning freedom from external constraints, interference. It relates to your body, the world around you. Think of physical freedom, like release from prison or slavery.
Right, tangible things.
Exactly. Or economic freedom, keeping what you earn without it being unfairly taken. It's about the absence of external barrier.
Got it. So what's the other kind?
The other is spiritual freedom. This is described as positive freedom.
Positive freedom. Freedom to do something.
Precisely. Freedom to. The ability to act on your own will, to pursue a purpose, to achieve, self-realization, inner peace. This is about the heart, the mind, the spirit.
Okay. Internal versus external, kind of.
In a way, yes. The ultimate goal here is inner peace, a clear conscience. And the sources suggest an order. Political freedom often comes first. It's maybe necessary. But true, deep freedom, that's achieved through spiritual freedom.
So that raises a big question then.
It does. Who is the most free person?
And the answer is?
The person with a clear conscience. Regardless of their external situation, someone could be spiritually free even if they lack political freedom, which is, it's a powerful idea, isn't it?
Counterintuitive.
It really is. It reframes everything. It's not just about breaking chains, but what you do after, what you become internally. That makes so much sense when you think about history.
Exactly.
So if freedom is the greatest blessing, why do we see so many times in history where gaining political freedom didn't actually lead to, lasting peace or flourishing?
Right. That's the paradox.
Our sources mention this really painful example. A nation suffering for, 35 years, finally getting liberated, freedom given as a gift. But it was like that freedom had an expiration date. It just descended into chaos, division. And this is where we bring in some really fascinating psychological insights. The sources introduce Erich Fromm.
Fromm, okay. The German Jewish psychologist.
That's him. Known for his really sharp insights into the human condition, he actually fled to America when the Nazis rose to power. And while he wasn't conventionally religious, he had this deep grasp of biblical wisdom and psychology.
A powerful combination.
Very. You might know his book, The Art of Loving. He had that great line, "Immature love says, I need you, so I love you. Mature love says, I love you, so you are necessary to me."
Oh, I remember that. Beautiful.
Yeah. And he challenged superficiality, too. Like, if you say you love a flower but don't water it, do you really love it?
Good point.
Then there was to have or to be, attacking materialism, asking, if you define yourself by your stuff, what happens when you lose it all? Who are you then?
He was really pushing people to think deeper about identity.
Constantly. But the book most relevant for us right now is his third big one, Escape from Freedom.
Escape from freedom. That title itself is a paradox, like you said. Why escape something you supposedly want so badly?
Exactly. Fromm saw this unfold in his own country, Germany, after World War I. The Germans desperately wanted freedom, right? And they got it. The Weimar Republic, established 1919, political freedom achieved.
Okay. So, problem solved.
Well, no. Germany had lost the war. The economy was a wreck. Hyperinflation was rampant. Democracy felt clumsy, imposed. Society was just chaotic. People suffered massively, economically, socially.
So, even though they were technically free.
They felt isolated, overwhelmed, deeply anxious in this new, free society. And what did they choose collectively in response to that anxiety?
Don't tell me.
Nazism, Hitler.
It's staggering. I mean, these weren't just any people. This was the land of Kant, Hegel, Beethoven, Bach, Luther. Incredibly intelligent, cultured people.
Right.
So how could they choose that path, rejecting the very freedom they seemed to crave? What does that tell us?
Well, Fromm's analysis, unpacking this, concluded that deep down, often there's a stronger pull towards, let's call it a slave mentality, or maybe a deep preference for security and belonging, even over the responsibility that comes with true freedom.
A preference for security.
Yeah, he saw this human tendency to prefer being part of a powerful group, even if it means submitting, over the kind of scary anxiety and isolation of complete individual freedom. When people are left totally free but lack inner direction or security, they can become profoundly lonely, anxious.
And they look for something, anything, to belong to.
They seek the peace of mind that comes from depending on a group's power. Whether that group is good or bad becomes secondary. Almost.
Disturbing.
It gets deeper. He used psychological terms like sadism, not just torture, but the drive for absolute power over others, making them submit, and masochism, the desire to escape your own freedom and responsibility by submitting to someone else's power. And Fromm tragically saw, in post-WWI Germany, these tendencies aligning. Hitler embodying this sadistic drive for control, and parts of the population showing a masochistic yearning for strong leadership, for belonging, even if it cost them their autonomy. Almost like terrifying soulmates.
A really chilling analysis.
It is. So Fromm's big conclusion is this. There are two kinds of freedom. We touched on this. Freedom from and freedom to.
Right. From oppression versus to a purpose.
Exactly. Like the Israelites freed from Egypt, that's freedom from. But that's not enough. There has to be a freedom to pursue a purpose, a destination, a calling, like the promise of Canaan.
You need both.
You absolutely need both. Political freedom alone, without that spiritual goal, that purpose, Fromm argued it could actually lead to greater failure, anxiety, catastrophe.
That really nails the distinction. It's not just breaking free. It's what you do next, where you're headed. So if freedom from isn't the whole picture, what does freedom to actually look like in practice, especially for us today? Well, the sources share this really moving story about Abraham Lincoln. He apparently saw a young black girl being sold at market.
Oh, wow.
He was so struck by it, he scraped together all the money he had right then and there and bought her freedom.
Just like that.
Just like that. And he told her, "Child, I bought you. You're free now. Go, live as you please." But her reaction was incredible.
What did she do?
Tears streaming, she apparently grabbed him and pleaded, Mister, I have one more wish. Let me be your servant for life. Let me serve you."
Wow. She chose service.
Yeah. It's like she understood the immense grace she'd received, and her freedom to, her new purpose, was found in gratitude, in devoted service.
That's profound. It connects to that idea you sometimes hear, like being love's slave or love's prisoner in really deep relationships, the chosen devotion.
Exactly. Or think about the Apostle Paul. He constantly calls himself a servant of Jesus Christ. He sees the greatest freedom in that willing, purposeful submission.
Which is so counterintuitive to how we often think today, isn't it? We prize total independence.
Right. But maybe these insights point to something richer, more fulfilling in that kind of purposeful connection or devotion.
I think they do. And it brings us back to that crucial point.
Yeah.
True freedom, real freedom, is internal.
Right.
It has absolutely nothing to do with worldly circumstances or anything else, as the source puts it. It can't be stolen by war, illness, poverty, anything external.
The truly free person holds on to that inner peace, that clear conscience, no matter what.
That's the idea. And this understanding brings us right back full circle to the Jubilee year.
Okay. So what's the ultimate message of the Jubilee then?
It's profound in its simplicity, really. It's reset, initialization. It's about returning to an original state of equality, of balance, debts forgiven, enslaved people freed, land returned to original families.
Like hitting a cosmic reset button, because humans tend to mess things up.
We do. We make things complicated, unequal. Yeah. And God, through the Jubilee, says, okay, let's reset. But there's a challenge here. The sermon uses this provocative analogy. What if you lent someone money, say, 6 months before the Jubilee, knowing full well that debt would be legally wiped out soon?
You probably wouldn't lend it, right? Or you feel pretty resentful.
Exactly. So the sermon asks, did God give the Jubilee just so people could live carelessly, rack up debts, and wait for a magic reset?
Probably not the point.
Not the heart of it, no. The deeper meaning, the sources argue, is that God's people, those who truly get the heart of the Jubilee, they live with that spirit before the Jubilee even arrives.
They don't wait for the rule, they live the principle.
Precisely. They lend, they might even pay back a debt that could be forgiven, not because the law forces them, but because they embody God's mercy. They love their neighbor. They see them as equally made in God's image.
So the real Jubilees isn't just waiting for the 50th year.
It's living with mercy, compassion, generosity, justice now. It's an internal transformation that changes how you act in the world, not just waiting for some external fix.
So, okay, wrapping this up, what does this all mean for you listening now? For us. Our sources seem to be saying the Jubilee isn't just some old historical thing or a religious rule.
No, it's a profound statement about what true freedom really means.
It's an invitation, maybe, to live with an internal compass, something that guides you regardless of what's happening outside.
Exactly. It's an invitation to live as truly free people. Free from, as Martin Luther powerfully put it, the burdens of sin, the fear of death, the bondage of law, the weight of condemnation.
Free from all that.
Yes, but also confident in the immense blessing you've already received, this internal liberation that nobody can take away.
So imagine that kind of life. Not just free from worries or constraints, but truly free to live mercifully with a clear conscience, a heart at peace, embodying that Jubilee spirit every single day.
That sounds like a compelling vision, doesn't it?
It really does.
That's where the blessing truly unfolds. I think that's where purpose is found. That's the kind of freedom that actually delights, that fulfills. The freedom to be fully yourself, aligned with something bigger.
Okay, so here's a final thought for you to maybe mull over as we finish. If living with the heart of the Jubilee means treating others with mercy, extending grace, acting with integrity before any big reset is required, what small, everyday actions could you take starting today that reflect that spirit, that generosity, that freedom?
Yeah, what might it look like to live as if you already embody that grace, not waiting for some future jubilee, but living the reset
Right.
right now?